This is the reminder made for ATM lesson number 322. In sitting, lengthening the arms. Please lie on your back with both of your arms on either side of your body and gently scan yourself. Would you please notice the way that your body lifts away from the floor and where your body presses down into the floor? After you have a good idea of how and what type of contact you have with the ground, please sit up. Spread your legs comfortably and have your knees and legs long. Place your right hand on the floor behind you and extend your left arm forward and in between your knees. Now with easy movements, begin to lengthen your left arm forward and then bring it back to neutral. So gently take it forward and then come back to neutral. Keep the contact with your right hand behind you on the ground, but just lengthen your left arm forward. Now continue to lengthen the left arm forward while lifting your right pelvis off of the ground. So it's as if you're lifting your sits bones off the ground and then letting it come back down to rest. So lengthen your left arm, lift your right pelvis, and then come down. And it'll be slightly easier to do if your left arm is over your left leg. So take it to the left and then lift that right pelvis and come back. And then return to the middle, have your left arm in the middle in between your knees, and begin lengthening your left arm forward. Is it easier to lift your right pelvis? And then leave this alone, lie on your back and rest. Now come back on up to sitting and stand your right hand back behind you again and extend your left arm over your left leg. And begin to lift your left pelvis or your left sits bones off the ground while lengthening your left arm forward. So take your left arm forward, lift your left pelvis, and then come back. Take your left arm forward, lift your left pelvis, and then come back. And then return your left arm to the middle, lengthening it forward, lifting your left pelvis, and then coming back. And then have your left arm over your left leg and begin to lift your left pelvis while going forward, and then lifting your right pelvis while going forward. So as you lengthen that left arm forward, lift your left pelvis, and then lift your right pelvis, and go side to side. Now keep your left arm in the middle, and then just lift your left pelvis, and lift your right pelvis up off of the ground. Side to side, nice and easy, without lengthening the arm at all. And then leave this alone, lie on your back, and rest. Now come back on up to sitting, and this time stand your left hand back behind you, and extend your right arm over your right leg. And begin to lift your right pelvis while lengthening your right arm forward. And allow that to return back to neutral. And then bring your right arm into the middle and begin to lift your right pelvis as you lengthen your right arm forward, and then come back. Lengthen your right arm, lift your right pelvis, and then come back. And then have your right arm over your right leg and begin to lift your left pelvis up and then your right pelvis as you lengthen your arm forward. So lengthen and lift your pelvis, and then come back and switch sides. Now keep your arms stable in the middle, in between your knees, and just lift your right pelvis and then your left pelvis. your right pelvis, and then your left pelvis. Side to side, nice and easy, without lengthening your arm forward. And then leave this alone, lie on your back and rest. And then come back on up to sitting. And this time place your hands on your hips so your thumbs are back behind and your fingers will be pointing towards the front. And begin to bring your elbows backwards while arching your back and lifting your chin. And take your elbows back to neutral. So it's taking your elbows backward, arching your back, lifting your chin, and then coming back to neutral. And we'll do this a few times. Elbows back, chin up, arching your back. And then begin to take your elbows forward, rounding your back and bringing your chin to your chest. And then coming back to neutral. Rounding your back, taking your chin to your chest, and coming back to neutral. Now continue taking your elbows, but this time going forwards and backwards with your elbows. And this time when your elbows move forward, lift your chin, and when your elbows move backwards, drop your chin. So it's the opposite head movement that we did before with the elbows. The elbows move forward and backwards, but it's opposite. So when your elbows move forward, lift your chin up. And when your elbows move backwards, so drop your chin down. Now continue taking your elbows forwards and backwards, but keep your head neutral in the middle and switch your eyes. So when your elbows move forward, drop your eyes down to the bottom of your eye sockets. And when your elbows move backwards, lift your eyes up towards the top as if you're looking towards the ceiling. And keep going backwards and forwards with your eyes and your elbows. And then leave this alone, lie on your back and rest. Now let's go back to what we did before so you have some comparison. Go ahead and sit on up, spread your legs comfortably long, and then put your right hand back behind you on the floor and extend your left arm forward in between your knees. And with really easy movements, begin to lengthen your left arm forward. And is that easier? Now continue to lengthen the left arm forward, but lift your right pelvis up and see if that goes easier, farther, smoother, and more comfortably. And then change your hands over. So put your left hand in the back on the floor behind, take your right arm forward in between your knees, and begin to lengthen your right arm forward, and then come back. Lengthening that right arm forward, and come back. And continue to do this movement. But as you lengthen the right arm forward, lift your left pelvis up off of the ground, and then come back. And does that go farther, far easier, more comfortably? And then leave this alone, lie on your back and rest. So this is a great lesson to learn the connection of your hand, your wrist, your elbow, your shoulder, all the way down through your spine to the opposite side of your SI joint. So connecting your whole entire spine to your extremities. Really great lesson. It's a tough one. There's more in ATM 322, but this is just a little snippet. So let me know what you think with some comments down below. Enjoy this lesson and take care of yourself. Have a great day.